Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here for July 8th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the market today. First up, we got our August live cattle on the board. We did see some nice back and forth action here across this cattle market today. Both live and feeder prices seeing some nice breakdowns early, but seeing some good strength into the close today. This August live contract did open up and see a pretty sharp breakdown there, undercutting 235 at one point today before seeing a pretty strong snapback into the close. Retesting 238 late today. This market seeing good pushback off of those lows, heavy volume stepping in off of off of this probe down here into the mid 230s. At the moment, we continue to see these range-bound conditions hold. We expect to see these buyers try and hold the line here in the mid 230s. Look for this market to continue to turn around down here in the area. Look for them to pick up more buyers here in the days to come. This market should try and stabilize here. We want to see some tighter ranges and see this market start to push back up into the 240s. If the bulls can get some good bids above today's high at 238.5, should get the ball rolling back up into the top third of this range, top quarter of this range. So look for these bulls to try and reload down here and see a nice strong push back up through the 240s. Key line to defend here is 234. If we get a nasty close down here below this 234 level, I'd encourage everyone to raise cash and get defensive, as we could see this thing start to flush once again. But here at the moment, we are seeing good pushback by the bulls. So as long as they continue to defend the line here, we should see the bulls try and support these range lows and see if this live cattle market can push back up into the 240s. Next up, August feeders on the board. This market also seeing a nice breakdown early, getting all the way down there towards 354 on this August feeder. This market did see a nice strong pushback into the close as well, taking out these prior day highs. Briefly at one point, rallying up there towards 364 and 354 all in the same day. Nice wide range here in this feeder market is trying to gather some support. Good heavy volume coming in late as this market is able to find some support in the midpoint of this recent rally. All these averages continuing to offer some support here. As long as these bulls can continue to defend this 355 to 360 area, we should see this market try and make another run back up into the 370s and potentially back towards those all-time highs. At the moment, we're going to keep this 355 to 378 range intact. Look for the bulls to defend the lows and try and pass this thing back up here towards the top end of this range. We should see these bulls try and get another rally underway here before this week is up. As long as they can maintain this 355 level, any sort of daily closes down there below, I would encourage everyone to get defensive, as we could see another flush down into the 340 area. But at the moment, the bulls are trying to hold the mid 350s there, and we should see them try and make a push higher here in the days to come. Next up, corn markets losing some ground here today after these first two strong days we saw here to start this week. We did see this December corn contract run into some resistance around 465, pushing back down and retaking yesterday's lows. See a nice strong pushback here as anticipated. Sellers are still in control here in this market. Look for them to try and keep the selling pressure on, push this market back down here into the 440s. And crude oil prices continuing to bounce here today. Nice little snapback to this 20-day moving average. This market just getting a little bit oversold here, getting a nice little bounce, plus seeing some stuff in the news. So this oil market getting a little bit of a bounce here, but not expected to last here. We expect to see these sellers step back into this market, keep the pressure on anywhere between 75 and 80 bucks. Keep an eye on the news here, as this market could just be a little bit jumpy here while we deal with everything that's going on with Iran at the moment. But look for this market to continue bleeding back down towards the $66 mark here in the days to come. Look for some resistance up here in the high 70s to low 80s. Sellers should kick back into gear here and try and drive this market back down into the 60s. And next up, equity markets seeing some mixed action once again here today. The S&P just hanging out here around this 20-day moving average. The Nasdaq finding some support after undercutting that 50. Good buyer support though late today. The Dow losing some ground here, coming off of this recent all-time high we put in yesterday. This market is getting a little bit extended here, and each of these indexes are just trying to find their footing. We'll see if we can get them to dance in step here in the days to come. If the bulls are able to find some support at this 20-day average on the Dow, and if the Nasdaq is able to get some support here and some bids above today's high, we should see each of these indexes take another run back up here towards these recent highs. This uptrend still remains intact. the indexes here, the S&P and the Nasdaq, are going to continue to remain sticky here while these mega caps are trying to get some traction back above their averages. But the Dow continues to lead here at the moment, and if we can see all these indexes all kind of find their footing here, a lot of these mega caps, if they're able to get some traction back above their major averages, we should see these indexes start heading back up towards those all-time highs and keep pushing higher here into the summer. Thank you everyone for tuning in here tonight. Catch you guys tomorrow.